and welcome everyone to another Amplitude Studios stream. My name is Jordan, and this is Stephanie.
Hey everyone.
I always expect that it's gonna be like I'm Jordan and I'm Stephanie.
My timing is bad.
No, it's all good.
My timing is bad. I'm not as much of a media personality as you are.
No, it's fine. I just have this weird dream that we're gonna be like, and together we're, the Power Rangers or something,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it'll take some time still until we get there. I'm more comfortable, behind the wall of text.
Yeah, I get that. I like to have my hair to distract people from, my lack of personality.
Yeah, unfortunately, I fall horribly short in the hair department, which is, why this whole thing exists.
I mean, hair comes and goes. I mean, my dad, even though he had, pretty good hair genetics, he's basically balding now. It'll happen.
Yeah, but it's silly. Not... It doesn't look great.
Yeah. Once I start balding, I'm just gonna shave it. I'm gonna be like Walter White over here.
I did actually to say how bad it looks when I'm not covering it. One time I did shave because I had hit my head on the edge of a cover and had like a big wound there that I wanted to treat. So I actually shaved and it looked better shaved than with the hair. That's how bad.
I think shaved heads look kind of badass. Not gonna lie.
I have inherited very bad hair from my family.
Yeah, genetics. You don't get to choose them. Anyways, welcome everyone. We see you over there on YouTube. We see you over there on Twitch. Spongy Level Daniel. We got Chris. We got Viku. We got Gato. We got Bakaffle, Lord Nilos, Rob Zig, Chinglini. How y'all doing? Oh goodness.
And Bakaffle, thank you for the compliments. Yes, I actually had to redo it because I completely fucked it. I won the weekend working on my models.
Honestly?
With the sharp knife, and then oh no, I cut right across the nail polish. It's completely fucked. And then I was working with my paints and I need to clean the brushes. And oh no, the paint was
the paint
too
that
aggressive.
cleans the brushes.
The paint cleaner was too aggressive, and now my nail polish is gone.
Yeah.
So I was completely screwed.
Heck yeah. Yeah, no, the little design on there is super cool. I don't know if the camera could even see it.
I'm not sure. It's probably a bit too small.
Oh, actually, that actually looks really good. Yeah, it's what is the design?
It's a winged double helix, which is for me a symbol in favor of bodily autonomy. Being able to determine who you are yourself, and also in relation to that, of course, very relevant at the time is medical self-determination,
yeah,
etc. And obviously that is important for Pride Month.
Heck yeah. That's super cool. I thought it looked like some StarCraft logo to be
No.
to be fair.
No, it's not.
Looks like the what is the they're the kind of space samurai looking people.
In StarCraft?
In StarCraft
would be the Protoss, I think.
The Protoss, thank you.
And Lord Nellis,
I can't believe I forgot
to answer your question, yes.
What's up, Foxforge?
It's Warhammer related. It's not main Warhammer. It's the Cursed City board game that Games Workshop released.
Jace, I'm curious, seeing as y'all got Mississippian are getting it at Floridian. We are keeping our lips sealed as to future cultures being added into the game. You aren't getting any secrets out of us. Hopefully.
We're not gonna risk being a target for the cleaner.
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh. But anyways, welcome. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday. I know that we're gonna have a fantastic stream here. We're gonna continue our game of Humankind that we were playing last week. We are currently the Poles.
Which unfortunately, even if we were playing on the version that had the Mississippians, would be too late to take the Mississippians. So we can't show off the cool culture that you all unlocked this week. I guess Jordan will show it off next week.
Next week. Don't worry, y'all.
I guess getting to Era 3 in one stream is a bit ambitious for us.
Maybe ambitious for me.
I think
I
think 2 hours is maybe 2 eras for me.
Yeah.
As well, so
and I don't want to rush it, But anyways,
now I'm realizing when J-Spark said the Floridians, probably meant modern Florida man and not a native.
Well, see, here's the thing. I wasn't sure if there was some historical
I also thought that he might mean some historical native tribe, from the Florida era. But now that he says, "Oh, it would be a great meme culture," he almost certainly meant Florida man.
I mean, having lived in Florida for about 4 or 5 months, it's definitely true. The meme is true.
I mean, I guess the thing is more that, you know, it's always the wild, crazy people you hear about in the news, and Florida just offers a very particular
Public
set of
news
conditions where you can get the wild stuff. Like, you know, you don't have gators in most other parts of the U.S. and stuff like that.
I never got to see an alligator when I was in Florida, which is crazy. But yeah, I would love to see somebody make a Floridian culture in a mod. I'm looking at you, modders.
Oh, we have some wild cultures.
Emblematic unit is just a man riding a gator.
we have some wild cultures on what's this week. Dark Arrow sent me, hey, look what I found on the Humankind modding page, the Transylvanian sculpture, and I was like, oh, Vlad the Impaler, and then
Vampires?
I looked, and I also thought like vampires and Vlad the Impaler, and then I looked, and no, it's not Transylvania, it's Trans-Sylvania, as in a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania, so of the Rocky Horror Picture Show culture.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, but you know, if they're using like, you know, that image of Frankenfurter sprawled out on the Lips couch for the culture art, then clearly there's 2 conditions you need to meet when you're playing that. 1, you need to go full collectivism and go to space because it is the one place uncorrupted by capitalism. And secondly, you need to go maximum pollution because, you know, I have heard people tell me, oh, you know, I didn't know I was gay when I was a kid, but my first gay experience was listening to Tim Curry moan for 2 minutes as Hexus in Fern Gully. Because there's Fern Gully is like an anti-pollution movie, of course, and Tim Curry voices the villain, which is like a pollution elemental, basically.
Oh, really?
And he like infests
like an oil sludge. Or something?
Just sort of like an oil sludge, and he like crawls into this logging machine, and he sings like a love song to the logging machine, and it's like he's like, and it's like literally called Toxic Love, and like there's so many people who are like, oh my god, this is the most sexual thing in a kids movie ever. Because
I mean, sounds like it.
It's like Tim Curry singing,
although
but Toxic Love, and it's like,
to be fair, if you look at any of the Pokemon with a slightly dirty mind,
yeah,
it gets real bad real quick.
Yeah, I've heard the memes about the new one.
Yeah.
But I mean, people have joked about Tim Curry that, you know, he played the Victualist, which was like a BDSM styled demon in Brutal Legend by it was by Double Fine. It was like a metal music themed action game.
Oh.
And he was like, you know, the black metal sort of deal with like demons and everything. And Jack Black was like the main character.
Oh, Jack Black is in it. Really?
Yeah. And they had like an all-star cast of metal. Like the dude that sold you the upgrades was Ozzy Osbourne.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like Tim Curry was voicing the demon villain, and you know, people joke like the casting call must have been like, yes, Mr. Curry would like you to play a BDSM demon. Yes, I take the role, but we didn't even tell you how much you're paying. No, I'm taking the role.
Give me your best demon voice. I think it'd be so cool to voice like a character in a video game, or even like an animated TV show. Like, I don't know if I have a cool enough voice. I would really love to like just give it a shot and you know, I don't know, see if anybody like takes me. Dr. Scott.
Well,
yes, we did.
We were talking about Tim Curry's role in Brutal Legend. If you look up the Victualist Brutal Legend, you will see why.
Oh goodness. All right, well let's hop into our game and keep on chatting so that we actually accomplish some Humankind today. Where art thou, Mississippi? What's up, Judge Man? Welcome into the stream.
Yep. Also, you know, one last remark to Lord Nillos, because I was saying what he's painting. You know, the way we've been playing here, it is definitely blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, and I hope you're having fun with your army, because oh my god, I'm so behind on my painting. I have like 1,000 unpainted miniatures.
How do you have that many miniatures in the first place, though?
It was the subscription to that Mortal Empires and Conquest magazines, which are like, you know,
they come with
models, and I couldn't keep up.
That's crazy. I don't even know where I would put all of them.
Well, while they're on the spruce, they're fairly easy to store because I can just put them in a box, but it's still so much.
Right. That's crazy. That's awesome, though. Hey, what's up?
One day I will actually be finished. And then
Did you get
I
to?
still want to find a nice basis to make like conversions for like miniatures that are like endless themed.
It'd be so cool to have an endless universe miniature like set, or even like I've said this before, like a Lego set would be super cool. Sorry, I'm just now catching up with chat. I realized that I didn't look at chat for like 10 minutes there. I did not get to punch an alligator. I didn't even get to see one, let alone punch one. You lived in Florida for 27 years. It was awful. I couldn't wait to move back to New England. Florida is like the definition of armpit country. It's hot, it's humid. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. And you just wanna die a little bit inside.
This morning when I was looking at the weather forecast, was like humidity right now 98%, and I'm like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
It's so I must have been born and bred for icy, dry places or something, because I hate hot. Humid.
Some people would say, well, yes, you
I'm a Viking.
Like, a lot of people say that the Reddits are exactly that kind of people that are like, no sun,
No sun for me.
dry cold, please.
Yeah, honestly. My calling. Oh no, Dr. Scott. Add an amplitude culture in a mod could be interesting. Florida man would be an amazing unique unit. Yeah, honestly.
But if we add an amplitude culture, would that be like emblematic district game studio produces the video games luxury resource?
Yeah, exactly. The emblematic district is just our office.
It's like, a video games luxury resource plus 50 stability, but you have a constant risk that there's a bad patch, and then you get a narrative event that's like minus 2,000 stability.
Yeah, or it's like the Boys for Toys in Endless Space, where it's like your industry tanks, but your approval is super great. Everybody's having a good time. They're just not doing much. My university has a heck ton of books on Cahokia and the Mississippians that I'd use for an essay this semester, so this specific culture honestly grants me quite a bit of room for application. That's super cool, Tyler. Yeah, I mean,
obviously you should write an essay about the Cahokians as represented in video games.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. If you didn't see it yesterday, Tyler, which we didn't broadcast this to our YouTube page, so you'll have to actually check on Twitch. But yesterday, the last 30 or 40 minutes of the stream that we did here, we interviewed Etienne Rita, who is one of our
I believe the
historical referent. Historic referent doesn't mean anything to me when I hear that. Like, if you are writing a paper, you have historical references, or like references to like.
I mean, in a way, he's the guy we ask for the references.
He's the reference for the video game, if that makes sense. So, anyways.
But I guess in a way, he's a historical reference, so of course he does, research, etc. But also, I guess he's also just, as a former former historian. He's still a historian. He's just not working at the university. He's also just knows how to potentially reach people who know what we need to know.
Yeah. No, it's super cool. He was telling me in this interview that we did yesterday, if you want to go back and watch the VOD, I learned a ton of things about what he does and how he does it and how he finds out these things about the Mississippian culture and whatnot, how you apply that to video games. All this stuff. It was like I said, it was about 30 or 40 minutes, so it's kind of a longer segment. But if you're interested in just like putting it on, you can just put it on the background and listen to it. It was very fun, and Etienne was he's a very enjoyable person to chat with. So
I'm still confused how we did unlock like 5 tiers of the tenant, so clearly we had like the 200 or whatever it is people at one point.
It's blusterous, but we have the rainbow light currently. You're gonna change the rainbow light to yellow. All right.
It pays the dust, the light changes. But what I mean is like last time when we suddenly realized we no longer had anybody following our religion, that must have happened really quickly actually, because we got the big tenet, and then a couple of turns later it was like, oh yeah, everybody's following. No wait, that's not our religion. So how did they convert us actually?
That's a great question.
They must have built like a really powerful wonder or something.
Do we have vision of what they've built?
Wait, actually, first let's check who actually is it. It's purple. Where are they? Wait.
It's like
Down here?
magenta.
They must have spread it to somebody else first, and they spread it to us.
Interesting. The spread of religion across the land.
Because I don't think they spread it from over here. Oh, speaking of spreading from over there, we have plenty of money. We should, buy some resources.
Heck yeah, Tyler.
Wait.
Our pleasure.
Wait, buy oil. We can already buy the oil, even though we don't know how to use it yet. Well, I guess.
From the Russians. That's interesting.
Oh, right. We're a little more flexible in our playstyle again, because, the Mississippians have been unlocked. We don't need to focus on
building.
On building all the districts.
Exactly. Which, by the way, let's give a round of applause to everybody that participated in the Mississippians community event. Y'all are awesome, okay? Did a great job.
Oh, where are the money?
Fenemy asks, when launched the Bolivar update? I will not finish my game before the end of the beta.
Well, if you have a game that you played on the beta, it should be compatible with the release version. There may be minor oddities, of course,
Can they
because
still
it's not exactly the same.
Continue
version.
on the beta branch after the update, though.
No, the beta branch will be removed because it's essentially the same version. There's some additional bug fixes, so it's mostly compatible. You might just see some oddities, like sometimes.
So if they pull the save file, they could potentially continue it on.
Well, the save file will not disappear. The branch will disappear, so it's fine.
There you go. What affinity would be the amplitude culture be? Merchant, science? I guess
as a video game company,
Merchant?
It has to be aesthete, actually.
Oh, influence, I guess. Influencing the young mind with history. Hey, Axel, welcome.
Plus 48 science. Maybe we should build that.
My favorite little thing about this game is there is a landmark that is only a few hours away from where I live. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Very cool.
Though I should say, don't tell us which one, because that would be doxing yourself.
Well, I think I know which one it is. Well, Dr. Scottnick has said what country they're from, and I think you could probably extrapolate, but maybe I'll leave that up to you.
I don't remember which country they're from. But
Shadow.
But
I'm redheaded Rogan. See, see, Rogan is me. No, Rogan actually went back to Canada. Technically, I started working. Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm the new streaming specialist here at Amplitude Studios, and
for certain definitions of new.
Yeah, new is relative. Technically, I started working at the end of August of last year. And Rogan and I worked together for probably 3 or 4 months after that. And then Rogan unfortunately had to go back to Canada. And but now he's working as a community manager for what is the game called? It's not the golf one, but that company makes the golf one. It's Fireshine, right? No, Fireshine is the ones who does Silt. Dang it! This is gonna bug me. Dark Arrow knows, but anyways, he's off in Canada working for this company and having a good time by the looks of it. So sorry that you missed him leaving, but hopefully
this is one where I'm like, so often I don't build the one that comes before this, because that's just like +3 on main plaza, but then you see the next one's actually +29 money already.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm with the people who say, oh, the first one needs a buff, because you look at it and it's like, oh, +3 money, why would I build it? Because the next one is powerful. But you never see that one.
I'm honestly surprised it's not worth more money, to be fair, since we have a lot of naval trade.
Wait, this Fengao, that's not our main city. I think most of our naval trade is either going into Babylon,
right. It's based on
Tusa.
the city. Okay, yeah.
I do want to merge this in with one of the others, but I'm not quite sure yet which one. I think probably here.
The Cahokia Mounds are relatively in your backyard. That's super cool, Ben. I've never actually been to any of the mounds in real life. I've just only seen pictures of them. But I did drive through Louisiana on my way to Florida when I moved there. I took a road trip all the way from Utah to Florida. It was quite the adventure, and there was no cruise control in the moving truck, which was literal hell. It was the worst thing ever. I ended up actually taking my foot and jamming it. I jammed it into like the side. So like it's a moving truck. So there's like a console in the middle.
You know, that sounds incredibly unsafe.
It was unsafe, but it was.
What the? Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! And there's the Soviets. Oh.
Wait. They were just the Russians.
At the moment,
Yeah, and now they've entered the final era. And the problem is the Soviets are super powerful in combat.
What era are we in? We're in the early modern.
Yeah, we're not even in the industrial yet, and they're in the.
Oh no. Oh no.
We need to do something against them.
Throw spears at them.
First thing is we need to claim a wonder, so we
Top
can
copy.
get another wonder, and I think we want that one because that makes us better at building the other wonders, so we can get more fame, hopefully.
I like it.
And I think I will recruit here actually, and see if maybe we get some useful army out of that. It's not a great army, but it's one we can upgrade.
They're cute. Level 3 halberdiers. Nice. But anyways, yeah, so I like shoved my foot in between the gas pedal and the like edge of the like console in the middle of the truck, and I just like jammed it in there, and I let my foot fall asleep because the problem is the pedal was so far from the ground that my foot couldn't reach it and like rest my heel on the ground and just kind of like push the pedal. So I had to like hold my foot up and press it manually. And so it was just easier to just jam my foot in there. But it was the worst. Because it's like, we did it in 3 days or so, which is supposed to be 4 days. So we were doing like 13-hour days of driving. Because that's how long it takes to cross the United States in a car. And especially the moving truck is only supposed to go like 60 miles an hour or something top. So wasn't like we could go 80 or whatever.
I think I'll jam this in somewhere here where it's out of the way. Or should we?
You're more than welcome to guess. Is it at the Great Barrier Reef, Dr. Scottnick? One of the best infrastructures in the game. Honestly, super good for the money, Changlini. Admitting to traffic infractions on stream, lol. I mean, is that a traffic infraction?
Pretty sure it is, yes.
What? How I decided to put my foot on the pedal? I don't think that's in the handbook. That's not a proper
it's not
law.
specifically in the handbook to not do that, but there is probably something in the laws
Common sense.
No, there's probably something in the laws about not reducing your ability to react or something while jamming your foot somewhere to pin the pedal down.
See, but here's the thing: in an automatic transmission vehicle, I still had my left foot free to use the brake. There's only 2 pedals, and I have 2 feet. Okay,
it's still probably not something the police would like to see.
Maybe I can't take my foot off of it very well, but at least I can brake. Got the Statue of Liberty spotted from my window. Oh, and the Empire State Building. Boom! You're goated. You're goated with the sauce, Daniel.
I really don't know where to place. There's no good tiles to grab, so I guess I'll just stick it somewhere over here where we're not getting any bonuses.
Oh, Sublustrous, I love it. This game is done. There are no Ukraine to stop them. Oh, I love it. Did you tell your road trip mates about your pro driver move? My road trip mates? Who the hell are you? Who is this mysterious group of mates that I have? My road trip mates.
Jordan be here all like, friends, what is this?
No, I'm just curious. Like, the other people that I go on road trips with, is that who you're talking about here? Is that the group of people that's being discussed? Because I don't have a group of road trip homies that I chat about how I drive with.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe it's time to go to the French and try to research up.
Honestly, I think it could be good.
Unless chat, while I handle the rest of the turn, chat, if you have any suggestions for cultures that are good for catching up to the Russians here, please let me know. The Austro-Hungarians and the Russians are taken, but all others are still available, and I'll in the meantime, do some planning here because we have some notifications. Oh no! And speaking of them, they have just gained a trader badge.
They broke our alliance.
And they broke our alliance. Yes?
We will suffer.
No, wait, it's not our alliance. It's with the Joseon. It's somebody else.
Okay, I think some of our trade routes are.
Yep.
Are messed up.
I think that broke our trade routes because it had to go through there.
Through them.
Oh.
Pata Liputra.
I like seeing this because this means we can take these guys
And have a forward operating base.
and
Is this
send them over
midway?
here.
Well,
Well, I guess it's kind
is
of
like Samoa.
midway. But,
this is
but
like,
the nice thing is because they rebelled, we can go over there and grab it, and nobody will be mad because it's nobody's business anymore.
heck yeah.
Where's the? We had an army of gunners somewhere, right? Where is it? Ah, here.
Let me catch up with chat here. It's more of a niche place, so it's not. It's more of a niche place, so I was very much surprised to see it in the game. Okay. I'm gonna try and think about it, Dr. Scottnick. On some cars, there's a mysterious third pedal, which I still don't know what it's for. Friends, citizens, mates.
There is discernible pollution in this territory.
Oh, you know what? I just realized.
Masks. Yet.
Do we have proper game audio? Because usually it's loud enough that I can hear from the headphones.
Oh, it just have.
Well, I'm asking chat, can you hear the game? Because I don't need to hear it, but I'm used to hearing it from the headphones. But on the desktop, it looks rather quiet. Game is audible. Okay, then it's loud enough.
How audible is it? 'Cause why can't we hear it?
Usually we heard
Oh.
it from the headphones, but it's a bit quiet, maybe.
It's sending it to the.
That's fine. But I was just concerned that we didn't have any audio, which is why okay, Changlini does say it was a bit quiet, so.
Oh, okay. We can turn it up. Just grab that and bring it up to like the 25. Oh, that's
Here?
perfect. Yeah, that's good. Ba-da-boo-ba. So yeah, the hypothetical.
So anybody say anything about the cultures?
I don't think so.
Well, Nefarious Spirit, probably a combination of Science Rush and Invasion.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boy.
Actually, let's.
One of
I
my
think we
favorite
still
quotes.
have an alliance with them. Yeah, so we can see what they got. Let's see.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, they are.
So to answer your question, Nefarious, the only person that was in the car, in the truck with me was my wife, and she also employed the shove your foot in the, in the crack method, because she's even shorter than me, and so reaching the pedal was even harder for her. So
Okay.
let's get swifty.
They have partisans, line infantry, Cossacks.
Cossacks.
Oh, and here's Moskva. Oh no, and they're already.
Oh no, they have a arms
They already
factory.
have the guns. Where is it?
Time for me to go for the moment. I'll be back on later. Hee hee. Hee hee. Dark arrow. See ya. Nobody better do anything in the chat. When does Humankind
At
come to
least 5
console?
merchant era stars. How many?
So,
Do you remember how many merchant era stars do we have?
that's a good question. So, Somazion, we definitely want to bring Humankind to consoles at some point, but there's no announcements currently. I'd say the best thing you could do right now is to unlock the globalism civic and buy weapons luxuries from the Russians while you're at war.
Yeah, that's why I'm checking. But we've only had 2 merchant era stars so far, and we need 5.
To unlock the civic.
There's no way we're making enough money to get the globalism civic soon. If we had been at 4 stars, I would have said, "Oh yeah, we can try to get it." But
And plus our money went down per turn
if you
as well.
you look at how much we need for the star. Wait, 27,000 money with 25,000 money.
How do you plan to catch up with Soviets by the way? Science Russian invasion? Last alliance of men and elves.
I think, yeah, go French, try to research ahead, and try to snatch them. Getting Patali right here will help us definitely, because then we have some inroads here and here. Actually, oh, we're allied with these guys. Can we?
You have my ear. Tell me what you wish to
Why
discuss.
can't we? Oh, well, proposition or demand is pending.
Honestly, like I'm not that short. Like we're not like super short or something like that, but I'm definitely not like tall. I'm 5'10", so it's like
Oh no! They declared war on us.
oh.
No, I cannot agree to this anemic
It
proposal.
will pop up to 100 because of the wonder we have,
Yeah.
or maybe it was one of the civics.
We don't want to be fighting them right now.
Yeah,
though.
but thing is, we don't have any per turn drain. They do. We can just wait this one out.
oh, we don't even have to fight them.
Yep.
Cool. I like it. Picasso, or I guess
The
Da
written
Vinci.
word was previous.
Do.
Let's see,
I'll
what are
wait
they
for it. It
waiting
would be
here?
amazing to see on my Series X. Yeah, honestly, like, I personally think a strategy game would be super cool to see on consoles, just because, like, you know, it's such a casual like platform. You know, people that are playing games on consoles, I feel like, are a little bit more casual than us sweaty PC gamers.
Going all in here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did bring in some. This delays our attack over there, but I think we can push them back because they only have like the 3 tiles down here.
Shadow. Would there be an overhaul of gameplay for Humankind like Stellaris did? People might not like it at first, but it did wonders for their longevity. It's a really great question, but I don't think that we can necessarily speak to anything like that. I think that there are a lot of really good core gameplay mechanics in Humankind already, and so you know that's up to the game designers and the directors and everything as to the direction that they want to go with it. But you know, there definitely will be new mechanics, new features, and potentially reworked ones in the future, you know. So I'm not sure what you're envisioning when you say an overhaul of gameplay. That sounds very general, like making a whole new game. Something like making a whole new game probably wouldn't happen until Humankind
Well,
2.
there were. I know what they're talking about.
I haven't played Stellaris. So I don't know.
There's definitely some features where the game designers also think that, yeah, we definitely need to do some major work on that, but we can't really say whether or not we will have the capacity to tackle that.
Yeah, and there's also, you know, the whole, until we've announced something, we can't talk about it, even if it's planned or being worked on even. So, sorry. Sorry. Oh. King Tuan, yeah, there will be more culture DLCs. Just stay tuned for announcements. No announcements as of 6:33 p.m.
Of course, you know, they also had, you know, slightly better units than we had, because when I asked them, you know, they were demanding this area up here. No idea why they were demanding it, because they're over here.
Yeah, very strange.
And, you know, I hadn't realized that they had an army right down here when I refused. So I thought we'd have time to, you know, build up some army.
Prepare a little bit.
To prepare a bit. But it's fine, we're gonna be able to repel this. I think we're just gonna take some
Serious damage.
losses here.
Even with the bonuses, we're still taking big fat hits.
Yeah, because, you know, these are already musketeers,
Musketeers.
and we only have like halberdiers.
That's rough.
And it hurts, yes, but, you know, we kind of need it.
We
need
need it.
You just stay back there. You guys, I guess, can.
I think
Get beat.
Stellaris' longevity is more tied to how sandboxy the game is.
There's that, but I do think that the overhauls did help their longevity, in the sense that a lot of the overhauls they did opened up design space for them. Like, I know a lot of players of Stellaris hated when they removed the three different types of drive. Like the Stellaris right now works similar to ES2, the movement. Like you have
Okay.
lanes, you can move along. Originally though, they had another type that was like the warp movement you have in ES2, where you can move off the lanes.
Baryonic shielding. That's the
And-
technology
yeah.
you need.
And they had a third type of movement where you had to build a station in the system, and then this station would actually open a wormhole that your fleet would jump through. And when they
Oh.
wanted to move somewhere else, they would need to first jump back to the station and then back out. And because they had these three different movements, like choke points and strategic fortification of your borders and all of that was completely useless, because then you fortified your border, and then your
warp
neighbor has
in.
like the wormhole station thing, and he just jumps behind your fortifications, and it's like, yeah, now he conquered my capital.
Screw me,
I'm
I
through.
guess.
And,
Yeah.
and also it was pain to balance for them, I guess.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, let's take the French and try to.
I like it, Jace. We definitely need Florida, man.
Great era of enlightenment revolutions.
Endless Legend 2 win. Again, Timo, no announcements as of yet. I think an Endless Legends 2 would be really cool, though. Especially because I really love Endless Legend, but no announcements. It depends if it needs them. Look at the changes made to the Endless games over time. Fairly solid from the start. Look forward to expansions and see what's added. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Eternal. There will be many, many additions to Humankind. Many people say Civilization installments have never been fully fledged out without their expansions, so I can see the same happening for Humankind. And I think, with such a big, complex game, it's honestly really hard to get it 100% right the first time,
Oh yeah, it is definitely super hard. Let's reduce the amount of
Can we
incoming
have
fire.
Natural Wonder selection option? And what are the new changes of Natural Wonders? I mentioned the patch note. Ash, just head over to Games Together, go into the Humankind section, and then.
I mean, some of the changes we can show here, like for example, this used to always be +10 stability, +5 money, +5 influence. Now you have the +10 food on harbor, which is why this harbor is like all of the harbors in this city will have a bunch more food. And then, do we have another wonder? No, I don't think we do. I guess the neighbors probably do. I think we were pretty unlucky with the natural wonders in this playthrough. Yeah, I don't remember what the other ones were. But anyway, I guess these guys can just hang out here in the back.
I loved it when they removed the 3 kinds of drives. Looks like Bakaffel agrees with you.
Yeah, and that was a really controversial change with the community, because there were so many players that were like, oh, you're restricting our freedom, and 3 different drives were fun. And yet the 3 different drives were kind of fun, but it was definitely limiting them in what they could do. Like, there's a lot of stuff they have now, like you can specialize planets to be specifically like fortress worlds or whatever it's called, where like your soldiers get bonuses there and stuff like that, which before was, as I say, useless because the enemy could just walk behind it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which, to be fair, isn't an issue we had to have in the late game in ES2, because the ships can move so far on.
Especially
warp.
with the later drives.
Yep.
Let's see. I'd like to see an Asian culture pack. That'd be super cool. That'd be really, really cool. Endless Space 3 first. I like Legend, but it's my least favorite of the Endless series. What's your favorite, Shadow? Submarine unit. Do we have any stealth naval units? We have the stealth interceptor, right?
We have
But that's
the
only
submarine for
one?
the Germans, and then we have the nuclear submarine in the contemporary.
The U-boat. Is it called U-boat or?
I think it's called, or maybe it's actually spelled as U-boat, like in. Oh, I can't look at them anymore. As in German.
Okay. So yeah, King Tuan. I believe there
wait, actually, we
are
can make
a
it far
couple of submarines or stealth naval troops. The U-boat.
Damn it, I screwed this up. I didn't realize we could still move far enough.
But yeah, Ash, there's a lot of really cool changes in the Bolivar update. So a lot. I think it goes beyond quality of life, but I think a lot of them will kind of just make the game feel better, make it play better, in cool, interesting ways, like with
You know,
Big Wonders.
since people keep bothering us about not following their religion, I'm wondering if maybe we should just do this. We do have the good bonuses. Yeah, we shouldn't do it yet. We kind of need the bonus when we go up against the Soviets. Let's upgrade this one, and now we should be able to bring in the reinforcements. Because, oh man, this battle is...
It's looking not great.
Yep. Wait. Musketeers are also move or attack, so that's not great.
I personally love Endless Legend. I didn't think I'd like it as much because I actually played it when I first started working here last year in September. I tried out Endless Legend because I asked, hey, of all of our games, which one should I try out first to get familiar with them? You know, since I'm going to be streaming them, since this is my job. And somebody told me, I think it was Rogan, I guess, was like, oh, you should definitely try Endless Legend. I think that's a really good one to start with. And I tried it and I was just like,
It's really hard to get into.
Yeah, I was just like, what? It was only after I've watched you play Humankind a ton. I've played Humankind on my own, and I kind of understood the, you know, all of our games kind of have a similar vibe, a similar types of things that you need to do. So that really helped me. So now that when I'm playing Endless Legend, I'm like, I know I need to research things. I need to get money. I need to get influence. Like, it all's coming
let's
together.
some horses in the back.
Ooh, nice, 46.
No, we're not attacking across that wall there, please. Also, I think you... Oh, no, because the forest is blocking it.
Oh, that's a bummer. If they're standing in the forest, can they hit
Yeah,
them?
but they can only move or shoot because they're very primitive gun units.
I see. They need to reload. They need to sit down and tamp down some more
Yep. Basically,
musket balls.
Basically, yes.
I'm gonna start a Let's Play as soon as the update comes out. Nice, King Tuan. Definitely add us if you're gonna put out videos and stuff like that. We've been featuring micro influencers. I don't know how big you are, but we've been featuring smaller influencers on our Twitter account and stuff. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for you.
He's probably going to die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, well. Sometimes it is what it is. Oof. Only 9.
Oh no, wait, I made a mistake. I should have moved them away and shot them.
Whoops.
Oh well.
I am small, but thanks. No worries, no worries. I didn't want to assume, I have no idea of knowing how many subscribers you have, but I really like to support smaller influencers. You know, bigger influencers kind of have the snowball effect working for them, and you know, no matter what size you are, I think it's the passion and the quality of the content that matters. So.
Renamed any number of times.
Oh, Rogan, I miss him already. I wish it was triple stream when I opened the stream, but Rogan left sadly.
So
Yeah.
do we take Big Ben for the signs or Eiffel Tower for the production? But
How
you
many
think about
units
them-
can we produce though? That's the thing.
Well, it's not just the units; it's also like districts and stuff that we really need to build more of.
I think the industry would probably be smart since I'm not. I don't feel like we're super powerhousey yet. But yeah, I definitely miss Rogan. It was fun having him here. Science Rush to be the fastest at the end of the science tree.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Big Ben will. We're not powerhousey yet, but the Big Ben will help us get the technologies we need to be powerhousey, whereas the Eiffel Tower will help us build what we have unlocked. So it's.
Yeah, so maybe the Big Ben is the play.
Well, I guess another sacrifice.
Oh no.
It's kind of necessary.
Oh, they're alive! How much health do they have?
2!
2 health!
I wouldn't have been surprised if it had said 1.
Yeah. This is a war of attrition right now. Oh, they did it though.
They can't shoot. Luckily, we're already working on some tweaks to these rules. Because I know a lot of players are frustrated by this as well. The problem, of course, is that we might have lost more than they did. So we might actually lose war support overall.
Timo, I'm not asking about the announcement. I'm asking where it is. Stop hiding it. I know you people made it and are hiding it in Area 51. I have no idea what you're talking about, Timo. Places tinfoil hat on head. Could imagine having future strategy games have graphical options for older, low-capable PCs to play on would be awesome, though I'm not sure if it would drive up sales significantly. That's a good question, Changlini. I'm not sure how many people choose not to buy a strategy game based off of performance.
It's always a you know,
It's always
difficult line because, you know, on the one hand, the performance is important, but on the other hand, also needs to look good because for a lot of people, as much as people always say, oh, gameplay is more important than graphics, in the end, the sales numbers show the graphics really matter.
Yeah, it's hard. And also, you know, like you want it to be able to, I don't know. You want it to be able to show off the actual art that has been made, because even if there's a low graphic option, it's like kind of a
that's like, you know,
kind of sad for all the artists that spent hours and
depending
hours.
on the game, you know, if you're a game that from the start says, you know, oh, we are actually wanting to go for low system requirements, then you might actually design your, you know, looks around that. Like one that went into early access recently, like Songs of Conquest, is like, you know, an homage to old Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and so it has that kind of pixely graphic, and of course then the art is designed for that.
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course,
not a problem.
of course.
But of course, if we just went like, oh yeah, crank down the details, then it would probably look horrible because it's not designed for that. And yeah, we lost 14 more support here.
Yeah, well, we lost
We lost a lot of
12
doom.
units.
But the important thing is we kept the city.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
But I guess these guys need to
We're out of money.
hang out over here for some defense.
Are those
because
boat
oh
boats?
god, there's
Are those? Oh, those are boats that they have too. Some of them are boats.
some of them are pretty good boats.
I don't think our boats
Yeah.
are.
Now
good
our
enough.
boats need to bravely run away,
Bravely run away.
whereas these cities need to urgently swap to unit production. We do at least have man o' wars ourselves, but they have a man o' war.
3 galleons and 3 cogs.
The galleons are very dangerous on the coastal tiles. Actually, let me see. Back here, we could perhaps start cranking out some
Mortars.
mortars that we can bring in for some
Bombardment.
well, not bombardment, but some long-range fire support. Let's get. Wait. Also, must be placed on a river. Do we have a good spot? Yeah, we still have.
Oh,
good
yeah.
spots.
All right.
And you go for.
I'm just curious, will there be more science-based cultures eventually? I mean, I can't say specifically, but I'm sure that there will be some science-based cultures for sure. Do you lose pops and or war support when your garrison units are killed? Yes. I believe they do count.
Yes, they count, and you also do lose the war support.
The Jumbo Pixel community loves you. Well, we love Jumbo Pixel and his community, so.
Yeah, we absolutely need to go here. Line formation.
Caden, like we've said before, our official answer for the question about consoles is we'd love to have it come to consoles at some point for sure.
8 turns. This is way too long. Oh god.
Worst comes to worst, you could always rush for level 3 nukes.
Okay,
Maybe.
now we've pushed it down to 4 turns. That's acceptable, and then I think we'll put this city into. Oh my god.
People are starving. I don't think that's gonna help.
Well, it's gonna slow it down a little. Like the first 1 or 2 we're probably guaranteed to lose now, but actually, how many can we crank out? Let's try to crank out as many of the units as quickly as we can.
I think it was 4 turns regardless of whether that was
No,
in the mix. The science thing was in the
no,
mix
but
or not.
but what I mean is, like, we want the units to be built first, so we get them out, so they don't consume the food in the city anymore.
Right. I thought that it was all gonna be completed turn 4 if you put the, I forget what is the university? 1 spot forward? No, just 1 spot forward.
Okay. Oh, will you?
No, it does push it to 5.
Yep.
I must have misseen.
Kind of swap that around.
Hey, what's up, Riding Bull? Welcome, man. How you doing today?
Ooh, this is not.
We can't feed all of our people. Send them to war, and then they can eat gold for breakfast. This is a tasty gold coin. I no longer am hungry.
We really need to crank out so many armies.
What difficulty are we currently playing on? We're playing on...
I think we're only playing on like nation. We're not good at the game, guys.
Also, it's hard to stream and, play the game well. So, there's that, okay? Also,
Yeah,
if we were
clean my brain.
sweating our brains out over here trying to play on Humankind difficulty or something like that, I don't think we'd have the mental capacity to have such a fun and engaging conversation, Angel wings.
Our stability seems to have tanked when the trade broke. Wait. Do we have? No, we don't have it yet. I think it's this one where it's like, the propaganda civic. Movable type thing.
We could also eat lead. I mean, it's also a good option. I feel like lead's a little bit more toxic than gold, but
I mean,
you can have edible gold, like gold leaf. You just poop it out.
I think part of the joke there is, eating lead is slang for getting shot.
Oh, eat lead. I get it. Imagine streaming, playing the game while talking, and doing math. Couldn't be me. Who's Pinky and who's the brain? Who do you want to be? I'm not familiar enough with the TV show to know.
I mean, as the person playing, I should be the brain, but I certainly feel more like I'm the Pinky here.
If you had to describe their 2 characters, well, oh shoot, they're on land.
Yep, but we do have a decent amount of army gathered here. Can bring in the reinforcements up here to shoot them from afar.
I don't know why I always yawn when I get to the stream. It's not like I'm not breathing,
Yeah, but it's been a long day.
It's been a hot second since I woke up, to be fair.
You guys can wait.
I also spent
here.
far too long on the train today.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
No. Don't remind me. Don't remind me, man.
The train stopped working today. And so I just went back home. I was just like, screw this. I'm gonna come back at lunch when the train's working again.
Where is? Oh, they're too far to reinforce. this
Once
turn.
mixed up sine and cosine on stream, or was it tangent and cotangent? We know all about tangents on this stream.
Yes, we do. Well, I guess this one is actually it's good for us that they attacked because that means we can just try to take
Ooh.
up defensive positions in the forest where we take less damage when they shoot us.
Off the river too, maybe.
Yeah, we will vacate the river as much as we can. The problem is, of course, the guys in the back will not be able to shoot. So I think actually I need to put the veterans in front because on the whole the forest is +4 and the river is -3. So on the whole, this is still better.
It's a net +1.
It's a net +1. And on these tiles, actually, it cancels the river because they're city tiles and there's bridges and stuff.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. See, I love that there's a real life explanation for why it is. That makes me happy. Steph executes and Jordan supervises.
Which I guess would make me the Pinky and not the Brain, because, you know, the Pinky is the henchman.
But Buck Awful says Stephanie is clearly Brain. Jordan's enthusiasm paints him as Pinky.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
need to go and watch this.
The things, you know, Pinky is, of course, he's always, he's
Oh,
a very
yes.
simple character, to put it that way,
Yeah.
to, you know, contrast with the super genius of the Brain. But in the end, he's, I think, mentally the more healthy character, because where the Brain constantly worries about, you know, dominating the world and being, you know, ruling it, Pinky just wants to chill and live.
Heck yeah.
So he definitely has the way more healthy attitude to life, in my opinion.
Ludi, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome into the stream. I hope you had a fantastic stream yourself. If anybody hasn't already, go check out Ludi's channel. Give him a follow for us.
Oh, this is good. We can at least get rid of like some of the knights here. Oh wait. Come here. Yeah, you have only one target. You shoot these guys.
What's the difference between Metropolis and Nation difficulty? King Tuan, that's a good question. So, essentially, it depends on how hard the AI is cheating. Basically.
Well, on Metropolis they don't get any bonuses.
Yeah.
On Nation they start getting bonuses, but also this, as if I'm not mistaken, this might have changed.
In the
because
Bolivar update, it's changed slightly.
well, the bonuses have changed, but there's something about the AI on Nation that might have changed since launch. But last time I asked, on Metropolis there are still certain constraints where it's like, you know, the AI is like, don't have more than 3 territories more than the player or something like that. So there's a certain limit on how much they expand compared to you, which is gone on Nation. So on Nation they're like happy to just outperform you as hard as they can.
Interesting. I didn't actually know that bit of it.
As I say, this might have changed and might have been moved to a lower difficulty.
Make Ludi play Humankind. Ludi, when is your next Humankind stream? We want to know.
Yes, excellent. I managed to move these guys up far enough that they can shoot from the back.
Yazar, cool. We need more content. Don't worry. Our teams are working hard on producing more content for Humankind. Don't even trip. We got you. Is the update where we're getting continuous war even if the war support reaches 0? Yeah, so the Bolivar update has the changes to the war support and how war support is generated. But then it also has changes to how the forced surrender works, where you can push the war, become a warmonger. Soon.
Oh no, it's
Okay.
it's blocked.
I'll hold you to that, Ludi. You said it. You said soon. Is there a TM after that soon, or is it just a normal soon?
Yeah, it's a very important distinction.
Anyways, welcome in, Raiders. Ethics, welcome. Narcissus, Peach Princess.
You can't move far enough, sadly. So I guess you move over here.
Are you the Fruit Princess, or are you Mario and Peach Princess?
Okay, I think this
We'll
one.
hold them to it. Thank you, Ethics.
This one is going way better than the previous one.
Well, yeah, we actually have Pew Pew.
We have actual guns this time. Yeah. Also, for some reason, we have rebels here because Babylon is, you know, rebelling. Funnily, this one is 100. This one was also doing pretty well, I think. Yep. Only Babylon is like,
Yeah, what is happening to
screw
Babylon?
this.
It's probably because of how many districts we have. We got a lot
Yeah,
of
there's
districts.
a lot of districts. I think, you know, we may need to. How much is our deficit? 82. I think we can probably compensate.
Don't we
that.
have some religious sites that'll give us a bunch of stability?
Oh, true. We could crank this one up, but right now, you know, they're still in science mode. Unfortunately, I think I clicked on science mode, and then it was like, oh, Babylon is rebelling, and oh no.
Unfortunate, but
Oh, the game will end in 15 turns. I guess
Oh,
when not getting a
shoot.
chance to go up against the Soviets.
this is very unfortunate.
Right. Let's finish this.
She's the Ludi wife princess. I see. I like it. Picasso. Babylon 5 is rebelling against Earth First. I don't understand this reference. Earth First?
Yeah, I understand the reference, even though I've only seen like a couple of episodes of that show back then, and I'm still trying to find a good place where I can watch it because I hear like a remake, reboot / sequel is in the mix. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but yeah, Babylon 5 is like a very popular old sci-fi series.
Oh, okay, cool. What's Etienne's social handles, like his Twitter? It's fascinating how he used primarily museum sources while I had a handful of books at hand here in the Bay Area. Tyler, that's a great question. I don't actually know. I don't know any of Etienne's personal socials, and I don't know if he's comfortable giving those out. But I could potentially ask him, and you can... How about we do this, Tyler? How about you DM me on Twitter, and you remind me, hey, Jordan, you were gonna see if Etienne has socials or something like that. And then I'll be like, okay, cool, Tyler. I'll ask Etienne, and that'll remind me to ask Etienne, and then I'll see if we can.
I think this is actually going to go well first because they attacked. Like this is where they can get in theory.
Right.
Or they can ride all the way around. But we have mortars. We can just shoot them from far away. But then again, the rebel AI is not super smart, like because they're not operating on like the full AI.
Yeah. Try to watch the old DVDs. The new upscaled videos are awful. Very poor upscale video. Babylon 5 is my favorite TV series.
Yeah, but even that's the thing with the DVDs. When I want to watch it, I also want it to be affordable. A lot of time especially for ultras, it's like, oh yeah, here's the DVD box set. It's only $100, and it's like,
yeah, that's fair. I remember the first time I watched Lord of the Rings on like a new TV, and it looked terrible. And I was like, why does it look like absolute trash? I never felt like Lord of the Rings had quote unquote bad graphics, but like on the new TVs, it just looked terrible. I have to assume that it has something to do with like the upscaling.
It is the upscaling, I think. It's also like I've been watching Deep Space Nine on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in the evening, because it's fairly consistent quality. It's not a gamble before I go to bed because I really don't want to put on a random movie and then it's like, oh my god, this movie is incredibly sad, and then I feel like shit when I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been watching a lot of movies that I've seen before actually recently.
And the things, of course, when I'm chilling in bed, I'm watching it on my phone. That's fine. But when I put it on my PC, it's like, oh my god, the upscaling is so terrible. The resolution is shit.
Yeah, it just looks. I mean, it looks fake. It's weird. It looks fake.
Yeah, because
or something.
Because you can really tell that it was made for old CRT TVs.
Yeah. I freaking love Lord of the Rings so much. We get to choose which city we use this on. Pepsiville. We have a request to rename one of our cities to Pepsiville. Can we name here's a request, Dobry. Can we name it Pepsi Maxville, please? You feel free to deny my request, but I feel like in honor of the Pepsi Max that was stolen from me these many months ago, I feel like it would be most fitting.
Right. That battle is over.
Also, I remember you having questions about the digging tools used by the Cahokians. What appeared a lot in the books I had were napped adzes. Oh, see, that's kind of what I was trying to describe, actually. The shirt was quite pretty. That's super cool, Tyler. That's awesome that you know about that. Would I DM the whole Amplitude Twitter or specifically your Discord or otherwise? I mean, whatever's good. If you did... I'll be honest, if you send a message to the Amplitude Twitter, it will potentially get lost in a sea of message requests. But you can DM me specifically. I have a personal Twitter that I use for DMing work-related things as well. It's just Jordan Merrill with a 0 instead of an O. And then, but yeah, feel free to ask me any questions or whatever. I don't always have time to answer DMs about work, and if you DM me about work stuff when I'm at home chilling, I probably just won't answer it. But
oh, you know what I just realized? I've gone through like so much of this battle, and all this time there's been this dude chilling over here. We could have brought in to shoot them.
I actually saw it and I thought about saying something, but I just didn't. I was
in a way though, it might have been good that I didn't bring him in, because if I had brought him in while all the gunmen were standing here, he probably would have just been gunned down.
Might have gotten blasted, yeah. Fair enough. There's a Pepsi
but now you know.
There's a Pepsi bottle-sized hole in Jordan's heart.
But yeah, this attack they had that had strong Charge of the Light Brigade vibes, I think.
Yeah. Should we rename Hattusa or Haojing? I think we should keep Babylon. I like Babylon. Cause then I can sing on the rivers of Babylon.
And I think Hattusa was one we did we found Haojing or Hattusa?
I think Haojing we acquired.
Last Full War, yeah, Haojing we acquired. So
Name it new Pepsi Maxville.
let's go.
Watch Jurassic Park on an old TV in a small room. Good
Would you?
memories. Yep. Pepsi. I hate French keyboards. Maxville. There you go. Thanks, Dobry. By the way, you know that Twitch activated ads on your stream? Yeah, I do, and I'm not happy about it. Yeah, it's really unacceptable. Also, Twitch doesn't let us have follower emotes either. It's messed up. But like, if we could actually like get to talk to somebody at Twitch, that'd be nice.
But honestly, I don't feel super bad about losing this game because
We were doing it for the good of the challenge.
Yeah, I was about to say we kind of tried to shift our strategy like halfway through,
Artificially, just to like get more builder stars.
and I think that didn't exactly do us any favors.
Yeah, we were pretty steeped in the military, and then we were just like, nope, building is our way of life now.
Yeah, and that didn't work out so well for us.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. We didn't have as many bonuses towards that.
All right.
Um,
Can we turn it off here yet? Yes.
Tyler, are you on Twitch? I have an automatic way to link it on Twitch, but I don't have commands for YouTube. I don't know if YouTube actually does like commands. Actually, I don't actually know too much about YouTube streaming.
Actually, we need to.
Yeah, Ludi, I know. If you're like, who are these people you're talking to? It's this other group of people over on YouTube. You should stream on YouTube in protest. Yeah, exactly. The real victory is the times we raged along the way. That's true. Even if nobody follows our religion, the
We
Church of
still
Rage, we raged against the dying of the light. Yeah, Tyler, that was what I was saying. I can take a second to do it.
Oh, they're coming again.
It's hard because I don't have a mouse to do anything. So.
Oh, I think we've chewed through their good units because now it's like musketeers instead of line infantry. There's the boats. The torpedo boat. That's fine. Looks like 3. I think we may want a couple more of them. Just to be sure. Oh, come on.
Bolster our ranks.
You can probably wait here because you have the mortars to back us up.
Oh my goodness. Their boats are just... Are they all following that path?
Maybe they want to attack Haojing again.
It looks like they're coming down instead of going up.
Yep. I mean, they can't exactly land here because this is already our city, so maybe they're like, oh, this is not enough coastline, and they want to land here where they can actually spread out their
Honestly, it's probably a better strategy. I've gotten wrecked on some skinny coastlines.
Which is,
Oh, they're splitting their armies, actually.
It makes sense that you get wrecked on skinny coastlines, which...
Some Normandy situation
I was
going
gonna say,
on.
which happened at least once in history.
Yeah, seriously though.
And it probably happened before.
Yeah, Ansi was on the same same wavelength.
Imagine if we already had machine guns unlocked. Oh, yes, we have better units. Let's see if we can upgrade them before
Oh.
they attack.
They're on land. That's a lot. We're only getting 88 money per turn. What happened
Because
to
all
our...
of our trade crashed.
Oh no. We have no natural money. So the boats. Oh, is that 8 stack? Just boats. Where's the 6 stack?
I think that's just boats. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what is that boat that they have? It's like a steam
So
engine. looking
these are
thing.
musketeers. We have musketeers. So yeah, these guys. If we stick them in the city over here, that should be fine.
Archelaus, one of those stacks is made of inflatable boats. Yeah. Move and shoot, boys. Heck yeah.
Right, we have line infantry now. We can move and shoot. Excellent. I guess we also need better boats, really, so that we can
It'd
catch
be
them
nice.
on the sea.
Ooh, that's a pretty looking boat.
Your people see it as a place of safety and a symbol of power. Only your friends know. of the
Now we're at
extensive
negative
ones.
165 per turn.
Yeah, because we have way too many units here. But we kind of need them because hey, look at this.
Yeah, well, we might have less gold coins to feed people. Hmm.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we start here because we have our units behind their lines and we can just fan out and gun them down from behind them.
Seems like a pretty good idea. The real question is, where are they gonna put their people? They don't have a very big.
They have like all
All
open
but two.
grounds. This is all open ground, and their army is like musketeers, so they can't even move and fire. So they'll deploy, they'll shoot our guys, and then it's our turn, and we fan out and just shoot them in the back. This is, this is one of those situations where the Forex players joke about war crimes, I believe.
I mean, it's really interesting. My wife is reading. Listening to / reading Les Mis. And there are like 14 or something, I don't know, a ton of chapters where the author stops talking about the story and starts just explaining stuff about Waterloo, the battle at Waterloo. And the only thing that I know about Waterloo, which may seem sad to you history buffs out there, but is the ABBA song Waterloo. I mean, I know that there was a battle there based off of the lyrics of the song, but other than that, I really didn't know anything about it. But like, there's like 15 or 14 chapters or something like that. It's just straight up about the battle at Waterloo, and it's really interesting. I've never seen a book where the author decides to just like, pontificate about a certain subject and just stop telling the story for a bit. Apparently there's like a character that is mentioned from the story in this thing about Waterloo, so it's semi-relevant, but also kind of just a bit of a, chatting about it in the book, just in the middle. I don't know, it's really interesting. I imagine riflemen are still deployed the same as musket line infantry. I think they're deployed the same. Or are you talking historically or in the game? Large handheld magazines took a while to get equipped into those armies, if I recall correctly. I think the
I wish we had some
M1 Grand had like a clip.
some shatter units here actually.
A battle inspired by the lyrics of the song.
Because yeah, we really, it would be nice if we could get rid of the dug-in bonus, because the dug-in bonus is like 10 points of defensive strength against ranged units, and I think actually the Honors may have, yeah, they have shatter, but of course they're way out of range to actually help us here, and we might need them here because there's more dudes here.
You've got this, Stephanie.
For the sake of our peoples, let there
Sounds
now
like
be
Lord of the
peace.
Rings. This fight does not look good.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, They're proposing a white peace. I think I'm fine with that.
Honestly, yeah.
Because we never actually wanted to fight them.
A proposal I can sing the praises of.
So could we maybe, please, trade again?
A proposal for you.
Yeah, see, now we're already only at... Oh, I think it also... While it was under siege, I think we didn't get the money from here.
That's true. Yeah, money production goes offline.
But yeah, let's see. Let's grab the money.
We have another
resources from
custom
them.
name from Dobry. Monteville. Monkeyville. Monkey.
Oh,
Not monkey, monkey.
this one would be the smart play.
The weapons.
They're Chinese and bought the weapons from the Russians, so we can buy from the Soviets, so we can buy the weapons from the Chinese to shoot the Soviets with the Soviet weapons.
Ah, sounds far too close to reality.
Yes. But yeah, let's see if they have something we can afford that will increase our money.
Should be...
I mean, we're going to be pretty close to broke after we buy it, but it's important. We went from -90 to -19, so...
It's better than nothing.
And now we just need to see in some of the cities that we, shift some people over into money. We
So
get
it'll
into
just be the
politics.
cycling lines of crouching and reloading or whatever, just with more accurate rifling. Interesting. Or the author just goes on tangents describing the surrounding situation. I mean, Lord of the Rings was quite long, and sometimes there would just be elf poems or elf songs, and you'd be like, why is there just an elf song that
World
is like
building. It gives,
3 pages of elf song for world building
yes, it gives context to...
in Elvish?
Yeah, it gives context to the fact that Sauron is one evil mother...
He's a bad, bad dude. That's Sauron. So we got a couple of cities that we should name.
well, maybe not the one we had already renamed.
Yeah, we can.
Um,
We have 2 more requests.
Yeah, and we have 2 more cities, so we need to rename them.
Okay.
Just realized the soul is coming off my shoe.
Oh no, Monkeyville. Welcome to Monkeyville, and this is apparently Baboonville. Baboonburg? No, excuse me, Baboonburg. We have a lot of monkey-related names going on here. Except for the Pepsi Max, that's not monkey-related.
What did I want here? I guess, we need... no, that's only 2.
For y'all over there on YouTube, we have channel points on Twitch that people are redeeming to name a city in our Humankind game. So that's what you're hearing about. Good evening, Griff. Welcome in. Welcome in.
I guess actually, yeah, let's... How much sense do we make per turn? 1,000. So yeah, putting
Gotcha.
this one on signs would help us quite a bit. Costs us a lot of money income, but we need the signs. We really need the signs.
I doubt
Jace, we only have 3. We only have 3 cities, so we can refund your custom name, or we can put it into next game.
Ah, curses! They reconquered it.
Not Pataliputra.
Well, you guys are going back. Ah, the captions actually got it. That's surprising.
The captions know about Pataliputra. That's crazy. Simeon Town. Not sure if I spelled that right. It looks right, Jace. And Kana City. Darn, all right, I'm good with the refund. Lol. Yeah, I'll have to get that to you after the stream.
I feel like we, kind of need to prepare our defenses here. Ooh, we do have coal. Excellent.
Is Babylon back online? The monkeys were revolting. Oh, they're still
There's still like
upset.
61 deficit, which is, one of the reasons why I want the Bastion, and then I'm gonna crank out some more commons quarters and garrisons. Is there a good spot for a commons quarter? 22 over here. We're not really making good use of that tile anyway, so I guess we can just stick one there.
It's 4 turns though. A lot of turns.
Yeah, it's fine though, I think. if they rebel, it's like era stars.
Military air stars.
Oh no, actually no, because we
Yeah,
already got 3
yeah.
of them out of all the battles.
I was
And
about to say.
all of our era stars. This. Oh no, now we're at -4. Somebody needs to be moved into.
I also saw there were secret emojis you unlock if you spend enough points. Yeah, but you can't download, or you can't sorry, you can't. What am I trying to say?
We don't actually have.
Yeah, we don't
emojis
actually
because
have them. I was just
for
checking
some
to see
reason
if
we
they
can't-
worked.
For some reason, we can't set them up.
Well, because it would cost people money, and we have monetization turned off,
okay.
except for ads, apparently. Because even non-monetized channels can't turn off the ads on Twitch.
Because that's just how it works, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal. I don't know. I'm not gonna continue on that. All right, so
Right, and then
we have 3 turns until the end of the game, essentially. Is that what we're at?
I think so.
Okay.
They already have uranium, and we're like,
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
is there any chance? I don't think we can manage to get 1,000 fame that time. This would even that would only be 100. Era stars, no way we can catch up, right? Nope. I guess we'll place 3rd.
Yeah. I don't think. Can I see the mouse really quick?
Yep.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, no, there should be no way to access them, boy in France. So don't worry. You can feel free to save up for VIP without any remorse. If there is a time when we do get follower emotes for our Twitch channel, though, you will all know it, and it will be something that you don't have to pay for.
You know, I just realized you need to be working in food. That obviously the way to stabilize our money income is just, disband the outdated boats. We don't need them anymore.
They are sucking 76 gold per turn.
Yep.
That's quite a lot, actually. Hey, UC, I'm gonna need you to be more constructive with your feedback. Phew, yeah, no worries. No
I should have
worries.
disbanded them all at once. With 2 turns to fix this situation.
Well, we have only 2 turns left in the game, so I don't see a problem here. If they starve, it's after the game's over, so.
Who cares?
Yeah.
After the game is over.
It's a simulation. It's the Matrix. Oh, goodness.
I guess we can at least crank out, another holy
They
site
got
here.
Edo. What? They've transformed it into Edo.
They were Edo long before.
I'm listening.
Oh,
That's like 2 eras back.
okay. Well, but that used to be the Team Green.
Yeah, that must have changed hands, I guess. But
Yeah. They...
I mean, they're kind of. Green hasn't been doing so well.
Oh no, yeah. They only have Teo too.
Whereas, over here, yeah, stuff is happening.
Yeah. Well, what a game! What an absolute game! This has been an interesting
It was
one.
definitely an exciting end there.
Yeah, that was. We had some
Wait,
battles.
we have another one. I mean, I guess that's gonna help us fix the stability here at the last minute.
I mean,
We're already getting to 4% now.
4%. Woo!
Well, with that, it's gonna be 24, and then we can build another district garrison somewhere or something.
Like the course of a river, the
We
course
did it.
of history never runs straight. But your ability to persevere means that your name will also be etched in the annals of humankind. A great part of your legacy is the remarkable equilibrium with which you created it. You will be remembered for balance.
He says, turns after we had multiple
You were
rebellions.
also one of those who managed to build a wonder.
Yeah.
For this alone, you deserve to be remembered, if nothing else.
We weren't the first, we didn't build the most, we're just
Your
one of
fame
them.
also derives from your religious role. You persevered as a leader of a faith in these difficult times.
The
But
church,
literally just us following it.
And
the
though
Church
your
of
family
Rage.
found it difficult, history is certainly impressed. You participated in the longest war.
You know, it really feels like every line is mocking us.
yeah, it feels like some snide remarks, like veiled insults.
There may be future adventures and deeds, an even grander scope for this grand story. Regardless, you have left a great
What's up,
mark
Oscar?
and answered the question: how far will you push humankind?
Congrats on
I
surviving.
think there
thanks.
might be some for that Changlini, but I never checked. But I guess, you know, since we still have like half an hour of stream left, we will just click continue game and see what shenanigans we can get up to.
Sure.
Now that we know that we placed third. I mean, for having switched our strategy massively for like one stream to follow Builder Stars, we didn't do that badly compared to the leader here.
Yeah, honestly, we were pretty close to second place.
And what did I want to say? I think, you know, if we hadn't, you know, lingered in that era so long to get all the Builder Stars,
Yeah.
I think we probably would have done better.
Honestly, we did stay quite a while to get.
We did basically
Builder
like
Stars.
twice as long than we had to because we were already basically finished with the era, and then it's like, oh, and now the event is live, and we need to get all of the Builder Stars, and we don't have any of them yet. Oh yeah, that's the rebels. Oh no, how terrible! Wait, before we do that, let's. Not quite enough to upgrade both of them, but it'll be fine.
Ooh, nice.
And that should have been soon. We have another one.
This is what I'm saying. I was like, I bet we could get a lot of stability from these. We have another one too.
I think this is actually
Oh,
the
it's
one
different
that's
city.
queued up. So, but we still haven't built Big Ben, so we should crank that out somewhere. I guess put it here in that little spot where we can't build anything else.
Yeah, why not? 30 turns.
Yeah, we can, you know, put the other ones on there in a while. Right. Oh, right, we did get the propeller now. That's good.
Monkeys have taken over the broadcast on YouTube. Oh no, not the monkeys from Monkeyville.
We need. Who has coal that we can buy? Yes, you guys.
You have something
Hey.
to say?
You haven't hooked it up yet. You're probably doing even worse than we are. Yes, you're the Japanese. But
What
you have
concerns you today?
you have coal. Yes, you do. Would you be willing to?
I think you might find this interesting.
Trade everything.
Well, I guess they'll need a while to make up their mind there.
They're just thinking about it. They're gently thinking about it.
Right. This stability is fixed now, so I guess now we can actually build some. Oh. Well, this will help with our income,
Plus 150 money seems pretty good.
and this will help with our food situation.
I like it.
Oh come on! 3 points of industry.
Should have put one
Should've
more
put
person.
One more person here, yeah.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh no.
Ah, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
So yeah, let's see
Hail,
here.
friend. I have a
Yes,
notion.
non-aggression pact, please.
Proposal I can sing the praises
Let's
of.
increase their trust with us by just buying everything they sell, because it'll also give us crazy amounts of income from
To glory.
those infrastructures.
There's so many things. So so Stephanie wins that buy all button coming.
I wish.
You mean you don't want to press a button for every single individual one? No, be forced to press a button, I should say. Having a button for each individual one is an important feature.
Yes.
Don't take away the individual buy button. Having to buy all of it or nothing would be quite a pain in the butt too. What era did the Mississippians appear in? They're
They're in the
medieval.
medieval, yes.
Yeah, medieval. They're not evil. They're medieval.
They're forcing us to give up on our rage. They're sending us to, anger management therapy.
Oh no!
You intrigue
Our
me.
table.
Talk.
I broke it.
Soviets want shared logistics. Yes, sure.
I had way too much fun saying that. I don't know what that is. What's that?
How's she done? Sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know either.
Dinesh, what is the who are the Rashidans?
It might be that I know it in like a different spelling or something.
It's possible.
Friend, it is
Oh
good
yeah,
to
did we
you.
see the Mississippians in this stream? No, we're
No, we were already in Era 4 in this save, and also, the Mississippians aren't in the Bolivar beta
yeah.
branch yet.
Well, they're not in the beta branch.
You will have access to them soon.
Soon.
Ooh, yes. 800 signs? Yes, I'm gonna take that right now.
First Caliphate? You're
okay.
saying more words that I don't know.
Caliphate is a Islam state from like Arabia. They were led by a caliph, who is I think
Okay.
also the head of the church.
Very interesting. Cool.
And like we have the Umayyad. They were a caliphate.
Oh.
I think. Well, they were a caliphate at some point, but I think later they were not a caliphate.
So where did you learn all of this history?
Well,
I can confidently say
to be honest, not in school.
I was gonna say
Because
I wasn't in school.
School history was definitely very. I mean, of course, we learned some of the basics of. Wait, so it's.
Video games.
Yeah, but yeah, sure. I learned some of the basics, of course, of ancient history and stuff like that in school, and like I knew about like the Reconquista and all of that vaguely. But a lot of it was, to be fair, playing Paradox games, learning about some basic idea of the different cultures there, and being like, oh, cool, and then reading up on it on some stuff that
Okay.
was available for free online.
Fair
So
enough.
it's very much
I haven't
inspired
played
by
enough history games. Is what you're saying.
inspired by history games kind of deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. No, I like that answer. I definitely didn't learn about any of that in school. I just feel like when Nefarious says, "Oh, first caliphate," I hear this in like a condescending tone where it's like, "Oh, like you should know this. It's the first caliphate."
To be fair, also with the caliphates, a lot of the caliphates, not necessarily the entire history of the caliphates, but roughly when they existed, etc. I also got a bit of that in university during my, and I'm serious about this, history of mathematics and natural sciences course,
Interesting.
because
okay.
they were big on the sciences. So a lot of discoveries came from there, or were brought to us across through them. Like we say the Arabic numerals is what we use. Technically, they're originally from India, but of course they came through Arabia, and so.
Oh, interesting.
And like the algorithm is named after Al-Khwarizmi, an author of a book on mathematics that specifically gave like, oh, if you want to calculate this is how you do it, and that's why it's called an algorithm. And they also had a book about how to solve stuff, the algebra. So
The more you know, Chad. The more you know. See, I was under the impression that the algorithm was a mathematical dance, actually.
the algorithm.
I got the
Big Ben, you've been
algorithm
visible
in my
and
bones
official
and my
for a long
heart.
time. Rather important now that all the clocks of an entire empire
Vehicles,
need to-
video games are such a good vehicle for education.
Lightning
Honestly, though, yeah. Like,
Yeah, they're at least a great way to inspire people to learn more.
was I?
Getting actual facts in the video games is a lot tougher.
Well, okay, yeah. Making it.
Though I should also say, when it comes to history, there's very few stuff we can definitely say as a fact we know
Yeah,
100% for sure.
Yeah.
There's
It's the version of history that we have.
a lot of it
through-
is constructed, where we're like, oh, we have found these things and this evidence, so we
Artifacts.
think it was like this, but we're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
And it's always
A
like
lot of-
seen through the lens of modern times.
or like what was left, you know, like if a culture didn't leave as much records, written records, you know, physical records, whatever, then you just have a lot less information. You have to infer a lot more things. Was it you that I was talking to about Minecraft and redstone technology, where people like were learning?
I think it came up in our stream where I was like describing, you know, that time, or maybe it wasn't on stream, but we talked
We were
about
talking
where
about,
I
like,
was
wiring. Or
yeah,
something.
I had talked about, you know, when I was at that school and they had this project, and you know there was a lot of students who ended up in that course about, you know, circuits, and they were like not interested
electrical
because they
engineering.
ended up in there because it was the last one that was left, and not the one they wanted, and they were like super into Minecraft, and I was like, why aren't you like they're constantly playing Minecraft on their phones in the breaks? Why aren't you leveraging that? Because redstone circuits are basically relays. You're trying to teach them about relays, so leverage what they like.
Yeah.
But it's like part of course, the teacher might not have, you know, had experience with Minecraft themselves, so might not have known it. But even if he had, of course, there's always the problem that there's so much red tape involved in that kind of thing. If you want to
Yeah.
do anything, that's not like, oh, this is here in the school book. There's like, oh, but you know, you need to do this and this, unless you're already a teacher at that school for like 20 years,
Yeah.
then they trust you. But
Oh, and
before
also-
that, it's a lot of trouble to go through sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of the history teacher that I found on TikTok that uses Humankind and Civ to teach history in his class. And anyways, I've watched a lot of his TikToks that he's made, and yeah, I think he went through a bit of trouble trying to get you know, this idea off the ground. But now like his school has like an esports team, and he teaches these classes, which is super cool. And you can see on TikTok that people are like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I wish that my school had classes like this or whatever. School
Oh,
history is 80% doing the same recent-ish time period of your country a dozen times.
Oh God. Oh, I can sing a song of that one. When I was doing my last 2.5 years at school, getting my actual high school diploma,
Mm-hmm.
my A levels, if you will, or my bac, as the French would say. We had a shortage of history teachers at our school, and stuff kept rotating. And so we had like the first one for like half a year, and you know we went from like ancient era, medieval, etc., and then we finally got modern era. And did Third Reich. We're just done with that, and we're about to move to like, you know, Bundesrepublik, modern Germany. But then teacher got swamped. Next guy comes in. So what was the last thing you did? Oh, we just finished with the Third Reich. Yeah, let's recap that. By the time he was finished recapping, was rotated out. The next guy came in.
Goodness gracious.
What did you do? Yeah, we just finished recapping the Third Reich. Yeah, okay, let's recap that. And for 2.5 years, like the first year or so, half year to year, was, you know, the older stuff, and then like almost 2 years of just Third Reich. On the plus side, it made the final exam very easy because there was literally only one topic to choose from.
Goodness. That sounds terrible.
But we actually, my oral exam for that, like for the finals, I had to take an oral exam in history, and it was actually kind of relevant
Mm-hmm.
because what we were given, what happened was we were given a text from a rulebook of a board game published in 1940s Germany about the Battle of Britain. And, you know, reading the rules, like the introduction and everything, and even like the actual rules was super propagandistic.
Oh, I can
Like-
imagine.
Like all of the German planes were better than the English planes, and like, you know, oh, the vile Englishman kind of deal, and we had to analyze it, and that really said, you know, people always like, oh, games are just, you know, a pastime, keep politics out of it. And then you see something like that, and it's like, no, games are always political, and sometimes they are very political.
Yeah, I think it's impossible not to have your opinions in something.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you're not trying to make a political statement, you grew up in a certain society, and that shapes how you think of games,
Well, you
how you
can't
think of
separate-
entertainment.
yeah.
You can't separate that out.
You can't separate your own identity from, you know, what you do. You can be aware of your own biases, and that's about the best that you can do, honestly. Anyways, Loomsy, great question. Hello, are the Mississippians playable? or will they come in the next patch? They'll be live in the
They should be in the Bolivar.
in the
update, yes.
Bolivar update, yeah.
Mm,
Ugh.
I guess it's time for us to, move along and invent even better guns so we can start some trouble. How much time do we
I
have
think
left?
the word hummus comes from the Arabic word for chickpeas too. I mean, it sounds Arabic. Got that
A
the
very generous
sound,
proposal.
the phlegm.
The world is full of new opportunities.
I can live with.
You're gonna have to be more specific visual. I don't know what we were talking about when you
Magnificent.
typed in that comment.
Oh, I think we actually have plenty of.
Using Minecraft for education. Big textbook won't like that. Don't anger big textbook.
Well, it's more like, the school administration of being, very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
There's, certainly, Principal Skinner is very exaggerated, but it's not coming from nowhere.
Yeah. With the historical bias in games, I mean, inherently, it has to inherently exist, because the people that are making it have these biases themselves. Games are made by people, I will say, however,
They must have gotten one of the cities from the Soviets because this weapons luxury no longer has the
the little tag.
third-party seller tag.
Interesting.
So yeah, give me. Oh, they got Moscow.
I will say that with groups of people working together, it's easier to eliminate some of that bias because it's easier to eliminate some of that bias because different people in the group that's working on it can balance each other out and kind of provide some checks and balances to each other that keeps certain biases under check, I guess.
Yeah, but the smaller the team, the harder it gets, and that's also why it's very important to have a diverse team. If everybody is like
And
from the
it's-
same kind of background, like possibly even like we're friends when we all grew up in the same city, then there's no checks to the biases.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that it's cool actually here. In our team we have people from the Netherlands, we have people from Spain, we have people from, a bunch of different places. Germany. Are there any other Germans in the studio other than you?
Maybe, but I don't remember any.
Okay. We got Americans. A couple of us.
I want to conquer this city, but at the same time, oh my god, this is gonna be such a pain.
Oh no.
I think we can like
Shoot at it from
put units over here and shoot at it from a distance. I think maybe it's better if we bring these guys in actually.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh wait, actually, let's see. Oh,
I just think only 40 years ago, typing on a keyboard was a career which required a specialist education. I remember in school, in elementary school, we had classes for typing, actually. And we had like our typing words per minute, like graded or whatever. I remember when I was a kid, I had a SpongeBob typing tutor like program, like a computer program where you played games. They were very simple games, like there's a bunch of weird stuff, slapping the windshield on a car that you're driving, and you have to type the word that's on the piece of like kelp that's like slap it on your windshield, or there's like a boot, or I don't know, a bunch of stuff. And so like as you type it, then it like clears the windshield. But if you like aren't typing it fast enough, then more and more things like hit the windshield. It was a super fun game, to be fair. Really got me.
I think there's a lot of stuff like that for typing.
Like
I think
gamification.
gamification. I think at one point Steam recommended to me the Typing of the Dead, which was like a Resident Evil kind of survival zombies horror thing.
Really?
And,
A typing game?
the zombies had like the
Words on them.
and you needed to type to shoot
You
them.
type the word and it. That's super funny. I will say that I don't think I got really good at typing until I started playing RuneScape as a kid. As I got a little bit older, I mostly practiced typing through like chatting in RuneScape.
You need
was
another source of
That was my
oil.
teacher.
I think these guys have
Your
some oil on
company
sale,
brings
right?
me great cheer,
Nowadays, internet widgets and services really democratize the skill of words per minute. Kids' participation in chats naturally gets them to practice faster and faster words per minute so they can respond in online social situations. Heck yeah, Tyler. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
2,500 to upgrade these. Ooh.
We need more money.
Yep, we got to have money. Oh, come on. 11, 12. Everybody move into money. But even then, it's gonna take several turns to upgrade those. I think we're just going to have to use the mortars as they are.
Hey, Dark Arrow's back. I improved a lot on Habbo. What's Habbo? Sonic Frontiers looks promising for me. I think it looks really cool. I think it's kind of interesting to imagine Sonic as like an open world game, but I feel like a lot of the open world games that have been coming out recently have been pretty good. And I have to imagine that they're gonna do justice to good old Sonic, our boss. I've worked for a mouse and now a hedgehog. What is with it?
Yeah, I was about to say, which one is the better one?
That's a great question.
Not as an employer, but as an animal. I mean.
Oh, as an animal.
Which one do you?
I was like, you really want me to answer this?
No. I mean, as an animal, which one would be the step up?
Well, to answer the question that you didn't ask, I drove buses for the mouse, and I play video games for the hedgehog.
Okay, yes,
so objectively,
independent from the employer, driving buses is probably the worst job. Yes.
Yeah. So, definitely a step up in that regard. Animals, I feel like mice are not as cool as hedgehogs, personally.
You know what I'm just thinking?
Habbo Hotel, a social pixel art MMO a while back that catered to teenagers. Last I saw it, moderation all but stopped, and people were just sexting into the general chats. Oh no!
So you're saying they were horny on Maine?
Goodness.
You intrigue me.
My elementary school did a class that was all about teaching kids how to use the internet and computers. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Siege Artillery upgrade cross surprised me on every run. It's a lot of money per one. One thing that still sticks to me from that class is needing to look at all four corners of a web page / screen just to know what's up. Habbo is like a social media-ish, like Sims Online. But with a lot of differences, yeah. It's totally like Sims, but online, but different. That's basically what you just said. I love it. The hedgehog doesn't even need pants. Do you think that Mickey Mouse wears pants? Wait, does he wear pants? Oh, he does wear pants.
He does wear pants.
That's a good one.
I think he doesn't wear a shirt though.
Does he? He's wearing the little red shorts.
He's wearing the little red shorts, yes, but
okay.
I think in the
Does Sonic wear a shirt?
No, I don't think so. I think it's only the shoes.
Sonic just had shoes on. Sonic is.
So I guess he's the blue streak.
Yeah, I guess. Sonic is so confident.
Let's maybe not
shoes and gloves.
Let's maybe not follow this line of thinking any further.
I think people have already followed this line of thinking and gone too far with it.
Yes, trust me, the internet has followed this line of thinking way too far. It's the internet.
If I know anything about Rule 32 or whatever it is.
34.
34. I always get that wrong. 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Yes.
Okay. I got it. I figured it out. Oh goodness. What a stream today, Stephanie.
What even happened?
I don't know.
I think maybe it's the stress and excitement from, on the one hand, the horrible commute this morning, and then
honestly though,
for the stress, and then the excitement for soon releasing the Bolivar update.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I guess the excitement for the Summer Game Fest, because there's bound to be some good announcements there for pretty much everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll be raiding out to the Summer Games Fest for sure. Oh goodness. Wait, somebody asked about food a while ago and I didn't answer it.
What? Food and you didn't answer it? What is this? This is not an amplitude stream.
There was a lot of stuff going on. I don't remember. Did somebody ask me something about food and I didn't answer it? I feel like I didn't. What's up, Mud Crab? Sonic doesn't wear clothes because Mario doesn't allow it. What does Mario have to do with it? What? Mario wears a shirt and pants. Well, okay, he wears overalls.
I guess part of the joke there is that, you know, the first console war was Sega versus Nintendo.
Ah, I see. I see.
I never remember which way around was it. There was
Oh, you asked what the best pasta dish. The best pasta dish.
Watch him answer something that's noodles and not pasta.
Ramen. It's the best pasta dish.
Oh man.
Fight me, chat. Fight me.
Hopefully we don't have Italians in chat because
Yeah.
you know, that would be a take that gets our chat burned down.
I think when you mention the difference between noodles and pasta, the Italians come out of the woodwork. They appear. No, okay, let's be realistic here. We're talking about Italian wheat-based, long, skinny dishes to define them that way.
Open up a whole range of
Um,
ever more perplexing questions.
I mean, if you had asked me when I was like 14 years old, I would have said fettuccine alfredo, like chicken fettuccine alfredo, which is fettuccine noodles, which is like the wider than spaghetti noodles. They're kind of like flat, but not a full egg noodle. And then, you know, just like grilled chicken and a fettuccine sauce, which a fettuccine sauce in the US is like a white sauce that has a pretty mild flavor, a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic, you know, that type of flavor profile. But fettuccine alfredo is not something that exists in Italy. And I learned this as a youngin' when I went to Italy on a trip to Venice, and I asked for fettuccine alfredo, or I looked for fettuccine alfredo on the menu.
Yeah,
And-
you know, asking for a pasta dish that doesn't exist in Italy sounds like a recipe for being thrown out of the restaurant.
I didn't. Yeah, so I didn't ask. I wasn't that dumb. But here's the thing. You know what else they don't have in Italy? Caesar salad.
Yes.
Turns out Caesar salad is also a lie, and doesn't exist. Caesar dressing doesn't exist.
So your
Salad does.
So your entire food education is a lie.
Yeah, fettuccine alfredo and Caesar salad, some of my favorite dishes as a child, don't exist in Italy, at least. I mean, I can still have them in the United States because they are a thing. It is a real thing. It's just not an Italian thing. It's kind of like how we have Tex-Mex in the United States. Texas-style Mexican food is not Mexican food. It has very little semblance to Mexican food, in fact. It has, you know, orange cheese and, like, I don't know, they eat beans in weird ways. You would consider ramen a soup, not a pasta. Yeah, it's a noodle soup, though, which it has noodle in the name, so what are the noodle part?
And you know, we've had that spicy take a couple of weeks ago.
What is a noodle? What is a pasta? What's the difference? The US doesn't invent a lot of dishes from abroad. Does invent a lot of dishes from abroad, usually making them sweet or greasy.
To make our affairs
Or
worse.
adding a lot of sauce,
Everything seems
which I'm okay with.
agreed.
We got some porcelain, maybe?
Take much joy in this.
Porcelain's
we're,
for
we're a
money,
bit
right?
short on
On funds?
funds, but I think the last one we could afford actually the lead, with just like a little bit of science. That's gonna help.
Nice. Even coming from an East Asian tradition of cuisine, it's weird to hear people call the chunky hunks of pasta noodles. Concept of American Chinese food was developed in order to account for a loophole in Chinese exclusion laws that deported you if you didn't own a business or were employed by an American. Yeah, we got some pretty messed up history in regards to how people from other countries were treated. Especially during World War II. Noddle or noddle, not pasta. Ah, the noddles, Dark Arrow. What is a sandwich? Now that is a great question.
I should dig out the sandwich alignment chart and send that to you on Teams at some point.
Honestly, though, I do want to see the sandwich chart. There's a chart, a mud crab,
So,
where something
plan is
becomes
that everyone
a
points the
sandwich.
gun
What is the other
and
axes?
They're,
Or not the axes, but what
they're
is
like
the other
they're like
extreme?
ingredient, and it's like a D&D alignment chart where usually it's like, you know, lawful, neutral, chaotic, and good, neutral, evil, except it's ingredients and form.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, do you need 2 slices of bread on either side kind of deal on the structure, and like on the ingredients it's like, you know, on the one hand it's like, you know, the traditional like sausage and cheese or whatever, and like on the anarchist side, so to speak, it's like, you know, oh, even a cake is pasta because it's like 2 slices of dough with cream
Sandwich.
filling. It's a sandwich, not pasta. Yes. see,
Cake. You could have a pasta cake, though. You could have a pasta cake.
I think one of our VIPs on our Discord recently was like, you know, a lot of things are pizza except this, and then posted like a picture of like the what's it called, the deep dish pizza from
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah, where it's like, you know,
Chicago style.
this, you know, it's like so much
The pizza cake.
massive layer of cheese, and then
Deep dish. Deep dish is not pizza, though. It is something else. Here comes the hot dog debate. Yeah.
so do we have enough space to run a nuclear test somewhere, or have I screwed us out of that?
I mean, that's 6 tiles, right?
This could be no. I
Or
think
we need
it's just
7 tiles.
barely. I think it's just barely not enough. But let's see. Can we returns?
Ooh.
Let's see if we can get at least 1 nuclear test before these stream ends. And in the meantime,
Elias, if a stub hoagie hero is a sandwich, then a hot dog is a sandwich. I agree that a hot dog is a sandwich. What else is it then? In Italy, speaking of Italy, if you go and look for sandwiches, they are like hoagie type sandwiches. It's like kind of like a roll that's like long and a little bit wide. And usually it's like meatballs or sausage, like bratwurst type stuff.
oh look, we finally got the one we had been aiming for ages. And you know, this would have helped a lot. Or this one.
Yeah,
But I think now it's too late to explore the rest of the tree.
it's all ogre.
Listen very
All ogre now. Yep.
Vietnamese banh mi sandwiches use a French baguette that can sometimes only be cut through like 80% of the baguette's width, almost making them able to be called a hot dog style sandwich.
Okay, I think we can manage 2 nuclear tests. And we'll have a wasteland like in the middle of our holy sites.
If-
Which I guess is appropriate for the religion of rage.
The Church of Rage gives a whole new meaning to the dying of the light.
Well, we have been the first to run a nuclear test, I guess. Oh man, these Bulgarians.
Oh my goodness.
You know, when they started that track across, they were probably told what was that famous
They're still
line?
heading in.
You know, the famous line from that educational video they showed to the soldiers who were meant to observe the test, where it's like, you know, oh, and don't worry, if you're exposed to enough gamma radiation to cause health issues, you'll be killed by the blast, heat, or flying debris anyway. It's like, oh yeah, that's calming.
Goodness. Oh, seriously nefarious. I do love myself a banh mi though. Something about that soy. I love the soy. What's that salty, like, I don't know what type of sauce they use on it. I think there's a couple of different sauces I've seen on some banh mi's. Also, you have the like kind of like sweet chili sauce that they put on some banh mi.
Let's see. Yes, we can, in theory, maybe get thermonuclear devices. So it's Japanese, Chinese, or taken.
We could be the Americans.
I think Australians, because we can use the mode to finish the nuclear test quickly
Fair enough.
with the Australians, and then.
USA.
Oh, actually, you know, just picking the Australians accelerated it to like
The Australians.
1 turn instead of
I
6
have been told that the
Easy.
correct pronunciation is actually
Why?
because of the massive industry bonus we got.
Okay.
We got like 20% bonus industry.
93.
And it also, I think, might have switch some other bonuses we had. Is that really the best one? I guess it is. But yeah, just in time for the end of the stream, we will manage to finish.
Hey Darker, you got the raid lined up to the
Let's just finish that nuclear test, and then we can go raiding.
Okay. And double check with me who you're raiding again. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. Directly. Perfect. Excellent. You knew what I was gonna say before I said it. All right. Well, chatty chat. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us as we push humankind and struggle.
Yep.
The struggle was real.
We were very ready to push humankind too far now.
We almost pushed it too far there at the end. In fact, yeah.
But it is a very appropriate area for the Church of Rage and all of this wasteland now.
Oh, but anyways, you all are great. Thank you so much for being an awesome community. We really do appreciate you all and your support for us here at Amplitude Studios and us here on the stream. I know I really appreciate when people are in the chat, they're talking, having good conversations. It's fun to have a little goof off every now and then and talk about sandwiches or whatever. So anyways, we're going to be sending you all over in a little raid here to the Summer Games Fest, where there will probably be some exciting announcements. So definitely go over there and check that out. And we will catch you all next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'll be back with some Endless Legend. So that's the plan. Let us know what you think about all the exciting things. So we didn't rage quit. No, we didn't.
No, we did not rage quit.
But we could have.
Quitting the rage would end the religion. That's why we can't rage quit.
Exactly. That would be the end of the religion as we know it. Anyways, take care. Have a fantastic
See y'all.
weekend. We love you.
No,